beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about financial abuse today. We are still on the August series on finances in marriage, and today I'd like us to discuss about financial abuse in marriage. When it comes to abuse in relationships, a lot of times people tend to talk about the most obvious one, or the one that looks like the repercussion is more visible, which is DV. But there is this one that is very common that we don't like to talk about. It's very, very uncomfortable, but it's very, very common in marriage. Men also experience financial abuse, but a lot of the time it is more common for women to experience financial abuse in marriage. Financial abuse in marriage happens in so many ways. There's this mistake a lot of young girls make, and that's the assumption that if they marry a rich man, they would not have to worry about money ever again, or that they are automatically rich. So they think that rich husband equals money to them. Not necessarily. So, as I was saying, financial abuse happens in various ways, right? And one of the ways it happens is a scenario where a man marries down and then does that intentionally so that he can have some form of control. So, for instance, he marries somebody that is not even working simply because he wants to whoever brings money, whoever is feeding you has control over you. So if you have to ask him if he knows that your next breath of fresh air is coming from him, obviously he already automatically has control over you. That's one way financial abuse occurs. Financial abuse occurs another way. When a woman that is working, so a woman, sometimes people think that, oh, the fact that someone is working means that they've escaped financial abuse. Not necessarily. There are women who are working, but they do not even have access to their money. They work throughout the month, and they have to submit the whole of their salaries, or a huge chunk of their salaries, compulsorily, not voluntarily, out of love. The whole thing we've been discussing in this series is how there has to be unity in finances. There has to be an understanding. This works differently for different people. Some people have joint accounts. Some people have separate accounts, but they come together to always, foot bills, or execute major financial projects together. Do you understand? It works differently, but the whole idea is that at every point there should be unity, there should be togetherness, and the collective progress of the family should always be prioritized. That's the whole idea, right? But now it is quite different from when someone, an adult who is working, is compelled. Take note of the word compelled. There is no understanding here, but there is a compulsion that she should submit her earnings. And a lot of times, in this kind of marriage, or in this kind of relationship, that is the only condition to which she is allowed to work. And if she does not want to submit the salary, she is not allowed to work. That is another form of abuse. There's another type where the woman is the one trying to impress the man. She's taking loans for the man. She's feeding the man. She's working so hard, but she has no money of her own. Sometimes the man even has money, but he just refuses to participate. He just has one excuse or the other, and he puts her in a position where she always has to spend her money, so that she has money but she doesn't really have money. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that financial abuse is not necessarily the absence of money or finances. It is really and mostly the absence of access to money, access to finances that gives you the independence that allows you to make informed decisions, free decisions as an adult. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Anyway, I'll just go straight to say that if you're a young lady trying to get married, you need to open your eyes. I know a lot of people like to pretend that, oh, the signs were not there. Let me tell you, God gave us instinct, God gave us eyes, God gave us brains. A lot of times we are just desperate to get married. And if we are going to be very honest with ourselves, we always see the signs. You cannot tell God that you honestly did not, if you honestly did not see any sign, then you are part of the problem. You are a problem and you are part of your problem. The signs will always be there. Do not get carried away by whatever a man is flashing you. Don't get carried away by whatever he's promising you. Look at the things he says. Look at the things he does. Try to audit and understand his thinking, his orientation, how he sees these things. Don't be the one to prompt him to say things. When you've prayed, just like how you prompt AI to do things, you've already set the tone. The thing is, the whatever it's telling you is not independent. You've set the tone. Do not be the one to set the tone, because if you set the tone for what he is supposed to say, a man that really wants to marry you will say anything to get you. And do not be flattered by the fact that a man wants to marry you. Like I've said, marriage is service. It's a call to service. No be enjoyment only. Una they go do there. Oh. I don't know, because some people think, yes, you will enjoy if you're married to a good person. You will definitely enjoy. But that is not the only thing, in all honesty, that you're going there to do. There is nothing in this world that is beneficial that you're not going to pay the price for. There's nothing in this world that is beneficial that you're not going to be giving something, a form of commitment to. There is work in marriage, there is service in marriage. It requires a lot of things from you. And one thing you don't want to add to the list of your problems is the inability to have access to finances, especially when the finances are there. So what have I been saying? I've been saying, shine your eyes, open your eyes, marry a kind person. It's not the guy that is the richest person that will give you the softest life. There are so many women that are flying private jets, going for holidays every day, but they are broke. Like, they are broke. They don't have access to money. They can enjoy privileges, they can enjoy luxuries, but if you call them now and say, please, come and save yourself with this so amount of money, they have to beg their husbands to give them money. If they want to buy anything, they have to manipulate, scheme, plan, plot, lie. Girl, if you have your money, you don't have to do all of that. If you're working and you have access to your own money, you don't have to plot. Right? You see it, you like it, you buy it. It's that simple. And if he feels like he wants to give you money, he will give you money. Life is not hard. It's not about who married the richest guy. It's about the kindest, most generous, most hardworking guy. So I'm not in any way advocating for poverty, because, well, as you can see, it's not like, do you understand? It's not like, if you look around you, it's not like I am in poverty. So I'm not advocating for you to embrace poverty. I am only saying that money should not be the first thing you put in front of you. Or the richest guy. It's not a flex to marry the richest guy. It is not a flex to marry the richest guy. Before you become ambassador of suffering and smiling, You will be there, they will be insulting you for everything. You can't even help your mom if you really want to. You can't do anything for anybody. You have to write application letter and it has to be reviewed by the panel of judges. You can't say, oh, I want to give this person money and just girl, if you can't do that, you are financially abused. And if you still have the choice of choosing before you get into marriage, these are the things you should pay attention to. Not necessarily, oh, he allows me to work. What does he think about money? How you guys share the money? You guys should have these conversations so that expectations are managed on time. And as I was telling you, the richest guy is not necessarily the one that will allow you to enjoy your life. Some of these odogus, they come with a lot of rules and regulations. It's almost like the women there are in prison. You don't want to be there. Honestly, you don't want to be there. You can't even breathe without permission. Meanwhile, there are women who are married to comfortable guys. It's not that the guys, they are even married to rich guys, but they are living their best lives. Their money is their money. They contribute what they know they can contribute voluntarily, out of love, out of unity, out of togetherness, for the betterness and greater good of the family. There are women that are allowed to, there are women that don't even use their salaries to do anything for the family. They are working for passion. They are married to guys that support their dreams. They are married to guys that allow them to, I don't want to use that word allow them, but I mean, let them use their money without contributing anything to the family. Use their money for their own self-development. They are married to guys who give them wings to fly, to achieve their dreams, to go for their dreams, to support themselves, not to incapacitate them. It is your responsibility to watch out for traits of financial abuse. And that's the end point, or the goal, or what you should be watching out for when trying to select a tutor. Is not the most richest guy. Is not the one that allows you to work. Not quite. But the one who is kind, who is generous, and who is hardworking. When you find that three combination, most likely, I would like to believe he would be kind enough to allow you to spend your money and contribute what you can afford to the family. He will be generous enough to not withhold money from you, but give you money or allow you to have access to your own money. And he will be hardworking enough to not need your money. Till I come your way next time. If you like this video, click the like button, share this video, and subscribe. Bye.